The phrase, "it's expensive to be poor," might seem counterintuitive, but it reflects a harsh reality faced by millions of Americans today. Imagine paying higher interest rates, shelling out extra for groceries, or struggling with costly car repairs because of circumstances beyond your control. For many, these challenges turn into a never-ending cycle that keeps them stuck in poverty. This issue is especially concerning because the stakes are high. Without intervention, the gap between rich and poor continues to widen, making it harder for people to break free from the financial traps set by our economic system. In this video, we'll uncover the reasons behind this painful paradox, why being poor is so expensive, and examine specific examples that expose the realities of low-income living. You'll learn about the systemic barriers that perpetuate these costs and discover what steps might help reduce them. Check out the full details by visiting the link in the description. Number 1. The high costs of low-cost housing. Housing is often one of the biggest challenges for people living on limited income. Cheap housing might sound like a good deal, but it often means low-quality conditions, which can lead to extra expenses. Many affordable rental units come with structural problems like faulty plumbing, inefficient insulation, or broken heating systems. These issues don't just make daily life uncomfortable, they lead to increased utility bills and frequent repair costs that landlords might not cover. Also, low-income housing is often far away from urban centers or areas with high job availability. This translates to increased transportation costs, both in terms of money and time. When affordable housing is located miles away from work, public services, or grocery stores, residents spend a disproportionate amount of their resources simply commuting or paying for gas. Number 2. Payday loans and predatory lending. For those without savings or credit access, unexpected expenses are a serious threat to financial stability. The only option may be taking out a payday loan or relying on other forms of predatory lending. These loans offer fast cash, but at an enormous cost. Interest rates can be as high as 400% annually. If a borrower can't pay back the loan immediately, they're sucked into a cycle of debt, paying far more in interest and fees than the original amount borrowed. Predatory lenders often target low-income neighborhoods where residents have limited access to traditional banking services. For people who need money urgently to fix a car, cover medical costs, or even pay rent, the decision feels like survival, but it ultimately sets them further behind. Number 3. The burden of bad credit. Many financial opportunities hinge on having good credit, but building and maintaining a solid score is hard when money is tight. Without good credit, individuals face higher interest rates on loans or get shut out of traditional forms of borrowing altogether. This often forces them toward high-cost options like payday loans or subprime car loans, which come with sky-high interest rates and unfavorable terms. Poor credit affects other areas of life too. Finding a decent place to rent or landing a good job becomes harder, piling on more obstacles to getting ahead financially. Number 4. Lack of access to affordable banking. Access to affordable financial services is something many of us take for granted, but for low-income individuals, even having a bank account can be costly. Many banks charge hefty fees for low balances or missed payments, fees that disproportionately affect those living paycheck to paycheck. As a result, many people in poverty end up unbanked or underbanked, relying on check cashing services that charge exorbitant fees just to access their own money. These services often take a substantial cut, sometimes up to 10% just to cash a paycheck. This means that, for someone making $1,000 a month, $100 is lost immediately. That's money that could have gone to food, bills, or savings. Number 5. Grocery store price gaps. It's no secret that living in a low-income neighborhood often means dealing with food deserts. These are areas where there are no full-service grocery stores nearby, just convenience stores and small markets that sell unhealthy, overpriced food options. When fresh produce and healthy food are unavailable, families end up buying more processed foods, which are often cheaper but have long-term health costs. Even in neighborhoods that do have access to a grocery store, the cost per item can be significantly higher compared to wealthier areas. Bulk buying is often not an option for low-income households due to the initial cost, and they end up buying smaller, costlier quantities. This means spending more money over time just to keep the kitchen stocked. Number 6. Healthcare accessibility and costs. Healthcare is another domain where the cost of being poor becomes glaringly apparent. For people without insurance, even basic medical care can be prohibitively expensive. Many low-income individuals put off going to the doctor due to cost concerns, which can turn small, treatable issues into significant, expensive health crises. For those who do seek medical help, the costs of copays, prescriptions, and follow-up treatments can quickly become overwhelming. Preventive care, such as routine checkups and early interventions, often isn't feasible, and this leads to higher costs down the road. Not only do poor health outcomes affect quality of life, but they also mean additional missed workdays, less productivity, and even job loss in extreme cases, all of which add to the overall expense of being poor. Number 7. High cost of transportation. For people without reliable transportation, getting to work, school, or even the grocery store can be a major challenge. Public transportation might seem like a cost-effective alternative, but in many cities, it's unreliable or doesn't connect to areas where jobs are available. The time spent waiting for buses, missing connections, or dealing with delays has a monetary impact too. Every hour spent in transit is an hour not spent working or taking care of family obligations. If a person needs a car to get around, owning one on a tight budget comes with its own set of expenses, including car payments, insurance premiums, which are often higher for those with poor credit, gas, maintenance, and emergency repairs. A single unexpected car repair can easily derail a budget, pushing someone further into debt or forcing them to take out high-interest loans. Number 8. The quality versus cost trade-off. Buying inexpensive items to save money in the short term often leads to higher long-term costs. For instance, a low-cost appliance like a washing machine or refrigerator may seem like a great deal, but these products often break down faster and require more maintenance. This means more frequent replacements, repairs, and in some cases, even higher energy bills due to inefficient functioning. Clothing is another example. Cheaper options may need replacing sooner, especially if they're washed frequently. Paying for something of higher quality up front could be more economical, but for many people living paycheck to paycheck, this isn't an option. The result is an endless cycle of purchasing low-cost, low-quality items that ultimately cost more. Number 9. Limited educational opportunities. Education is often seen as the key to escaping poverty, but for many, it remains out of reach. Public schools in low-income areas often lack resources, quality teachers, and extracurricular activities. The cumulative effect is that students in these schools receive a lower quality education, limiting their opportunities for higher education or good-paying jobs later on. When it comes to higher education, the costs become even steeper. Even if low-income students can access scholarships or grants, there are still significant associated costs like books, housing, and other fees. Many turn to student loans, which can lead to high debt levels that are difficult to pay off without a well-paying job after graduation. Number 10. Utility bill burdens. Low-income households often live in poorly insulated apartments or homes, which leads to much higher utility bills, especially during extreme weather. These homes are often fitted with outdated, inefficient heating and cooling systems, which are costly to run. Keeping the house warm in the winter or cool in the summer can consume a significant portion of a limited budget, forcing families to make hard choices between comfort and other essentials like food and medicine. Programs to assist with utility payments are not always available or easy to qualify for, leaving many to pay exorbitant rates for the most basic of comforts. Number 11. Digital divide and cost of connectivity. Having internet access is almost essential in today's world, for everything like getting education and getting jobs. But high-speed internet is expensive, and 43% of low-income households don't have home broadband services. Instead, they rely on public Wi-Fi or prepaid mobile data, both of which come with significant limitations. Without reliable internet, tasks like applying for jobs, accessing online learning resources, or even managing household bills become difficult, adding further barriers to economic stability. For children in school, lacking internet access means falling behind in class or missing important assignments, yet another way the cost of being poor impacts future opportunities. Number 12. Childcare costs. For working parents, affordable childcare is crucial but hard to find. Quality daycare services are often out of reach, and many low-income parents have to settle for cheaper, unregulated options, which may not provide a safe or nurturing environment for their children. This creates a double burden. Not only is the parent worried about their child's well-being, but the lack of quality childcare also affects the child's development and future learning capabilities. In addition, the hours that most affordable childcare services operate are often incompatible with non-standard work hours, forcing parents to miss work or pay extra for odd-hour coverage. This combination of unreliable childcare and unpredictable work schedules can lead to lost wages and even job loss. Number 13. The challenge of savings and emergency funds. One of the most significant costs of being poor is the inability to save money. Without savings, any emergency, like a medical bill, car repair, or unexpected job loss, can create a financial crisis. For someone without a cushion, even a small setback can lead to missed payments, penalties, and a snowball effect of mounting debt. Low-income households also often lack access to savings vehicles like retirement accounts, employer-based savings programs, or even basic savings accounts. The fees that come with low-balance accounts discourage saving, which makes it even harder to break out of the cycle of poverty. Number 14. Costlier access to food assistance programs. While food assistance programs like SNAP, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, are meant to alleviate some of the pressures of food costs, accessing these programs isn't always straightforward. Eligibility requirements can be complex, and the benefits are often insufficient to cover the needs of a family for an entire month. Many people find themselves running out of food assistance funds before the month ends, forcing them to spend money they can't afford on groceries. There are also psychological costs attached to using food assistance programs. Many people feel stigmatized when using government assistance, which can lead to shame and social exclusion. This additional burden can further impact mental health and quality of life, making it even harder to manage day-to-day expenses effectively. Number 15. Incarceration and legal costs. Low-income individuals are more likely to be arrested and face harsher sentences, which brings significant financial costs. Bail can be too high for poor individuals to afford, meaning they spend time in jail awaiting trial, time that could be spent working or caring for their families. Even minor infractions can result in fees that quickly add up. When someone can't pay these fines, they might face even more severe consequences, such as additional jail time or losing their driver's license, which makes it even harder to maintain employment. Hiring an attorney is also prohibitively expensive, and those relying on public defenders may not get the attention their case requires due to the high volume of clients. The financial and social consequences of even a minor criminal record can be far-reaching, like loss of employment and having trouble getting housing, which continues the cycle of poverty. Number 16. Insurance premiums. Be it health, homeowners, or car insurance, those with fewer resources often pay more in premiums. People in low-income areas may face higher car insurance rates due to the neighborhood they live in, regardless of their own driving history. For health insurance, lower-income individuals might be ineligible for employer-provided plans and must instead understand the complexities of the healthcare marketplace, where they often end up with high-deductible plans that provide minimal coverage. For those renting their homes, renter's insurance, though affordable, might still be out of reach. Without coverage, any incident like a fire or burglary is a devastating blow that wipes out what little financial progress a person may have made. Number 17. Higher costs due to inconsistent work hours. Low-income individuals often face unpredictable work schedules, particularly in industries like retail or food service. Employers may use just-in-time scheduling, changing shifts at the last minute based on business needs. This inconsistency can lead to financial challenges. Arranging childcare on short notice becomes more expensive, missing out on better-paying opportunities, or juggling multiple jobs just to meet expenses. The lack of stable work hours makes it nearly impossible to plan ahead, adding a layer of stress and uncertainty that only deepens financial instability. Number 18. Renting appliances and furniture. For people who can't afford to buy essential appliances or furniture outright, rent-to-own programs can seem like a decent option. The reality, though, is that these contracts often mean paying 2 to 3 times the retail price by the end. A simple refrigerator rented over a year can end up costing as much as a high-end model bought up front. This means families already struggling financially pay significantly more for basics, just because they can't afford the upfront price. Let's break the cycle. The cost of being poor isn't just about making tough choices. It's about facing a system stacked against you at every turn. Things like high-interest loans, exorbitant utility bills, or limited educational opportunities become barriers keeping people in poverty. Understanding these barriers is the first step toward dismantling them. It's time for policymakers, communities, and each of us to rethink the structures that place an unfair burden on the most vulnerable among us. If we work towards reducing these hidden costs through meaningful policy changes, improved community support, and broader awareness, we can help pave the way for a more equitable future. Together, we can create a society where financial stability is within reach for everyone, not just the fortunate few. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, don't forget the link in the description.